Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to do an unboxing of the August 2025 Farmhouse Florals paper pumpkin kit. And then I'm going to make the kit cards, and then we're going to come back with the alternatives. And this is the video that you want to leave a comment on in order to win your own kit exactly like this. I'll mail it to you right, from my craft studio. And then I will make the drawing when I'm doing September's paper pumpkin alternatives. And by the way, you really want to subscribe to September. We have the Holiday Made catalog coming out on, September 3rd. And there's an Autumn Tall Sweet collection in there that's going to coordinate beautifully with the September paper pumpkin kit. And that way you can have it all ready for you to do really cool, fun things with. So for this kit, I haven't even been through it yet personally. This is going to be one of those months where you get 2 stamp sets. And, it always comes wrapped in tissue and everything like that. So we get 2 stamp sets, and then I'll have an image for both of them for you later. So far, I think the fonts in this are really, really cool. And remember, there's die cuts that coordinate with this as well. I'm going to turn around and grab them right back after I'm pretty sure I just bruised up my ankle in a bad way, getting out of here. And I'm hoping these are they the right dies? I'm pretty sure they are, because I keep them up front. Circle of Season dies. And I will figure out, when we do the alternatives, what's going to go with what in here. So you get those 2 stamp sets, a Secret Sea cube, and then I'm going to I'm not going to save the paper this time because I have like a ton. Blue paper, get that out of the way. Grab some scissors and this, okay, that's really adorable. I love the typewriter stuff. And you know what? When I saw the corporate video of this, if you have any of our, I'm gonna turn around again, because normally I open everything before I do it so I can see what's going on here. We have like a ton of, they're over on this other behind me side. Of like these great ephemera packs, and this is going to turn into a mess right now. We got the spring celebrations, the Christmas, what is that? Valentine's Day and whatnot. And then, just sentiments. Ooh, tags. Joyful Saints. I think that was last year. And then birthday trees. A lot of these carried over, and then we have new ones too. So you definitely want to check the catalog and everything like that. So it made me think of like the typewriter. I know we have an ephemera with that. This would be great with notes and totes. It's on the tip of my tongue what this would go with, but we have alternatives coming up, okay? And we will really be able to dive into this. Because with this video, I'm going to be doing it different times. This is going to be one, just the unboxing. And then the second one is going to be showing you the kit cards. And then the third one, we will be doing our alternatives. But I'm going to combine it all into this video here, just in case it might seem a little bit flaky to you. Okay, so what do we have? We have our usual IKEA instructions. So this is going to be, 9 envelopes, that super cute pattern right there. I gotta sneak to see if you can see, okay. I'll figure out, like I said, what that reminds me of. So 9 cards, 3 cards, each design, usual IKEA directions, and I love these little typewriter things. I mean, anything office supply is just really cool to me. And then it tells you exactly what to do and how to do it. And then we get a pack of mini, a sheet of mini Stampin' Dimensionals. We've got some twine in here. There is going to be 9 envelopes. They're exactly the same. Let's see what the colors are. Okay, I was right with the dies. So you want to pick up those dies too. And if you don't have them, what are they? 167277. All this over on the blog at cindybdesigns.com. And there's going to be a link in this YouTube description taking you right to that blog post. So we've got Calypso Coral, Darling Duckling, Gray Granite, Lost Lagoon, Pecan Pie, and Secret Sea. And Secret Sea is a very, very rich, beautiful blue dark color. It's kind of like my go-to black anymore these days because it's just that rich and just great. I love it. So we get 3 different card bases and of each. So there is one. Okay, that's going to be really cute. And there's 3 of another. Toss this, but if you're like a junk album journal person, you want to keep these because they're really, really thick. So I might just keep that. Something for Christmas. So you get all these perforated cuts here. You get 1 sheet or 2. It looks like one, but they're thick. They're really thick. You're going to use your sentiments for this. And there's a couple tags on here. And then more card bases. Oh, cool. Okay, that's really cute. And then more ephemera. You know the bag, the flowers, and the typewriter there? And this is what the stamp sets look like, is this. And this one's going to go right here. And this one's going to go right here. We got this really super cute teapot, a lot of flowers, great sentiments. And sneak into these dies here to see if anything cuts anything out. So far, I am not quite sure, but we'll figure that all out when I play with it more and get together our cards and pull in some extra supplies. With my alternatives, I really, really, really try to stick to the kit unless it coordinates with like a sweet collection that we have coming up in September. But with this one here, it's going to go great with a lot of our ephemera packages. I'll bring that in if I need to and maybe come up with some additional ones, which means this is going to be a longer video. So we're going to wing that too, depending on how many ideas I have coming up because, we're going to wait. So before I make this longer by rambling, I'm going to put together all these kit cards right now, and then I will see you back. I am back now with the kit cards that you can make from this month's paper pumpkin kit. August of Farmhouse Florals. Super cute. Just did that background stamp there. Pop that out of, these are all pop-ups from the kit I showed you. Stamp that. Adhere it down with Stampin' Dimensionals. Done. And this time around too, there's instructions how to do the inside. So that is card number 1. And card number 2 is just super cute and fun. Same pop out, same stamping over here. Adhered everything down with Stampin' Dimensionals. Got our sentiment there. And got that all down. And we're good for that one. These are really easy cards. But, they're just adorable to make too. And the alternatives I came up with, I'm hoping that they're good ones. I do know that I'm going to make a tag with one of them. Oh, last card. Yeah, I guess my ADD's kicking in a little bit. Just more stamping. Pop that on. This is one of the panels. Stamp that, glued it on, and we are done with that. Now, I've got this idea. My best friend, she got a housewarming party this weekend. I have this Bath & Body Works jar here, and I took part of that kit, and I just thought about this right before I started filming, but I wanted to make a tag for her, so I think I'll just pop that on like that, and then I have that. And I figure I'll get some of the twine and wrap it around there. Okay, get one of these here. I could adhere it to the top, really cute. And I think that'd be really sweet. Tell you what, I'll take a picture of this and add it to the description, okay? But for these alternatives, everything measurements is going to be over on the blog at cindybdesigns.com. So don't forget about that. I pretty much stuck to the contents of the kit. I did bring in 2 different packs of designer series paper and excuse me, everyday arches, along with textured notes, and the circle of season dies, only for one thing though, which is going to be on our first card, which is just amazingly simple. This is from Country Woods designer series paper, and then I already did the inside because it's real simple. This was a panel in the paper pumpkin kit. All I did was throw a ton of mini Stampin' Dimensionals on the back, because I like to use black ones when I'm doing cardstock that's darker this way. That way it doesn't scream white on the back of it. And then I got this hello die here. And I die cut that out of soft or Secret Sea cardstock 3 times. And then I got some liquid adhesive and just stacked those die cuts up. Boy, this is taking a while to get off. So all we're going to do for this card is, I should have like maybe put some twine in between the card base and the designer series paper. I didn't do it, but you know, that's okay because this is like really busy. I am just popping that down. And then I'm going to grab my tweezers, whoops, and a little bit of glue. I'm going to make sure that I'm in your line of sight here. Okay. And then I'm just going to, okay, well, so much for that. Give me a second to fix this. There we go. Little teeny tiny dots on the back of this. And they'll stay tacky, you know, for not as long as you need, but long enough, you know. Well, I mean, it'll be just fine. Okay, I'm going to pull this towards me off screen and then pick it up that way. And then we're just going to flip this over and I'm going to put it right there at the top. It's nice and big and chunky, but yet you can still see that really pretty pattern there. So that is it for card alternative number 1. I mean, that is how easy that was to do. So for card number 2, I think I'm going to need my Stamparatus there. Set that off to the side. And card number 1. And this one's going to be another easy one as well. I'm bringing in these iridescent gems. I don't know if they're still current or not. I don't think so, because they're on my BOGO stack behind me. So we're winging it. This is from Floral Charm Suite Collection, as well as the designer series paper. And this typewriter's from the kit, as is this and the sentiment, and then also the twine. And this card base here from the kit. And it was just one of those blank ones. So I'm going to get that nice crisp bone folder line or crease that I like. Now, I'm not sure what we're doing for Tuesday. I figure I'll wing it. Maybe start diving into some fall things a little bit, since we're getting a cold snap this weekend. And by a cold snap, I mean like a high of 78 degrees. Okay, let's get this over here. First layer, when I lay down my designer series paper, I like to put it down with seal for the most part. And then everything else, I don't have a problem using glue because I feel like I have more of a, you know, but it's just my preference. I don't like my cards creasy, and if you use too much glue, they're gonna get all creasy on you. Okay, so this piece here was cut down to 4 1/4, and I believe by 3, if memory serves. Yep. And again, measurements, everything like that will be over on the blog at Cindy B Designs, so don't worry about it. Now for this, guys, it's so small, or not small, it's a 1/4 inch, or it's a 1/2 inch. I'm just going to add glue to the back of this. And then get that pop down right there. So that is nice and secure. And then I'm going to grab some tape behind me. Just, you know, regular household Scotch tape. Because to put your little note here in your typewriter, you just sneak it in like that. You know, make sure it's all evened up and the height that you want. And then I just grab some tape. This is probably too long of a piece. But it'll be just fine. And I'm going to lay that down and take a little bit off the edge there that you can see. So again, this one's going to be like another super duper simple, easy card. And where is all that coming from? I'll deal with it later. So we're going to pop that like right about there. And then I am going to do, get my tape started. And do like a thread nest behind here. Or not a thread nest. Well, yeah, I guess it is a thread nest. And then I am just going to loop it back and forth and back and forth. But I want to check out my typewriter first to see if it's... Well, we're going to start that all over again. And it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Okay. I'm gonna go back down this way. And glue on my knuckle there. And it was driving me nuts. And then hopefully like another pass with both of them, which I think I will get. One more piece of tape for good measure, because that typewriter is going to cover it up. And it is not a big deal. Scissors, that's straight enough for me. Okay, let's get some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this one. And this time I'm going to do full size. So hopefully it won't take super, super long. So we are just going to pop these on the back. Let's do one right in the middle there, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that other flower yet. And then for our last card, I thought we would do just a real easy, basic fun fold. Okay, so I'm going to pull that back in. We're going to get these off. It's a slow process. And with this one, I'm letting the designer series paper do a lot of the work for me. But I think these typewriter cards are just so cute. And it's kind of different. Okay, got that on. Let's see what I want to do with that. Well, I put glue dots on the back of that already, so I'm going to pop them off and get it adhered to our little stem there. And again, this is from Floral Charm, that sweet collection, the paper and this image. Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna put 2 up here. I'm not gonna worry about that stem too much because I'll get some liquid adhesive and sneak it under there just a little bit so it will stay down. And then this is going to be it for, no, I did this. Card number 2. And again, that was super easy. Cleaning up just a little bit here to get ready for our 3rd card. And this is our first one. You know, pictures, everything like that will be over on the blog at cindybdesigns.com. Oh, and I need to remember that at the end of this video, about the winner, go to the YouTube description and it's going to be on there because I can't find my piece of paper right now in front of me of who won it. And I apologize for that, but look in the YouTube description, you know, where everything is to this video here. So for our 3rd card, we are bringing in, this is online exclusives too, and it's right behind me. And I need to see what it is because it's in the supply list, that much I do know. Hold on, I think I got it. I do. Give me a second. That paper there is Woven Textures. Okay. So it came from Woven Textures. And this is going to be a fan fold. I got my sentiments out and some little accents. And this is where I'm bringing in the everyday arches and the textured notes. So this right here is one of the card fronts, okay? And so I kind of wanted to get everything in there. And I ran that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with the fourth one down from the largest to get this. And then for the textured notes, this here is going to be the inside of the card, this white panel. And that was cut with the largest one. And then our sentiment and image panel was cut with the 2nd largest one. You know, and again, all this will be over on the blog at cindybdesigns.com. So for this one, another easy one. This is our fun fold. It's going to be 8.5 across by 4 1/4 down. You want a score line at 5.5, and then another one at 2 1/8. And I like to put my paper down before I do my fold, so there is that. Am I even? Did I cut it right? Let's go with that. I like to put my paper down before I do my fun fold. It's just easier for me that way. So this is where I'm going to use the liquid adhesive, and it looks like I'm caking on a lot, but I'm not. And these panels here, since these panels are 2 1/8 by 5.5, I'm coming in at a really weird angle here. I have to straighten it out. These are going to be like 2 by 5 1/4, or actually 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Because if you got a 1/4 inch on one side, you want a 1/4 inch on the other. And I'm going to get those lined up top to bottom. Left to right. Okay, and I'm good. Now I know that this is going to be the inside, so I want you to grab my Stamparatus and get our inside sentiment down. So I'm just going to pop that in there, and this was cut out of basic white regular cardstock. And you can use thick if you want. I mean, you know, that stuff is just really up to you. And I love the sentiments in these two stamp sets that you get with this kit. Because, I mean, you know, they're just fun. And, again, year-round. So I'm going to ink that up with Secret Sea. And you do get a cube of this in the kit. I just saved mine. I do giveaways and include them in that too. You know, road, things like that. Always, wait, I needed that pad. Things like that. So I'm going to get this cleaned up now. And let it dry for a minute. Because, you know, blue can be fussy. So what do you say we get work on our outside or front sentiment panel? I'm looking for my pokey tool. And I'm good with that. And then this one is just going to say Forever Your Friend down here at the very bottom. And this is crumb cake. These sentiments are kind of teeny tiny. I hope you can still see me. Oh man, apologies. And sometimes they can be tricky to, okay, I'm getting it right on top of that. Get them where you need them. Okay, that's just gonna have to do. So I'm going to lay this down as well with Secret Sea. And you know what? I'm going to grab a piece of tape because I don't want that magnet to kind of get in the way of, wow, where I'm stamping. So I'm over here on the right-hand side, probably out of your line of sight there, making a mess. I'm going to lay that down, and you know what? Let it sink in for a minute. It never hurts. And with this one, I'm going to ink it up again because I want to make sure that that it kind of jumps off our panel there. So I'm going to let that set for a second. There we go. Get that done. And then we are going to be in the home stretch of this. Now for this, you know what? Let's just glue that down too. And I know that's kind of a weird way of doing it, but you know what? I had it lined up, it worked. And, you know, I was a weird kid. Okay, got that down. This one's going by pretty quick. We are almost done. I'm going to move this out of the way. And let's go ahead ahead and get our sentiment panel in here. And this glue, you know, when you press it down on your cardstock, it does, you know, it spreads out too. So you want to get that down top to bottom, left to right. And I got to scoogee just over a little bit, and that is going to have to do. Okay, then this is one of the pieces from the paper pumpkin. I just put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of that, and we're going to use it to pretty up the inside a little bit. And then now is a part of our fun fold. You just go like this, and it folds back on itself. And that is my dog, who's been chasing a rogue fly all day long. And for 2 days now, and I really hope she gets it, because I'm kind of tired of trying to kill the thing. So that's one fold. This is the other. And then I want this to cover up what we have there. And I need a pencil. And I am just going to give myself like a point of reference here. Of where I want to make sure the adhesive goes so I don't mess it up. So we're going to do this. And I'm going to flip it over, really pray that it's centered. And remember, you got some wiggle room with this, okay? Okay, that is it. And I was going to put these gems on it, but you know what? I don't think it needs it at all. So those were our really simple 3 paper pumpkin alternatives. You know, we got this great cute little fun fold here. And then we have our typewriter here. And then we have our first card here with the die cuts. So I do want to thank you for joining me today. And again, this is a video that you want to leave a comment on, so you can win this exact same card kit. And I will do the drawing in September for that. But if you left a comment for July's, look in the YouTube description, okay? I will see you again on Tuesday for another video. And in the meantime, have a great weekend. Oh, and also, I know this is so weird. Don't forget to hit like, and I'm distracted. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. You know, leave a comment. Feel free to share. And, you know, let me know what you want to see too. Okay, now I'm really done. Have a great weekend.